Hey guys, welcome back to another Forza Horizon 5 video. We are back with another Update 20 car. Last time we checked out our Lamborghini Huracan STO, and we have another really cool track car to check out. Here we have our Porsche 935 number 70 race car. And this is quite a cool car. I'll tell you guys some more about it during our race. So, our Porsche 935. This is our track-only race car that Porsche's made. Only they're making a really limited number of them, and it's based on the GT2 RS. There's some parts from some other Porsches thrown in there as well, and this is actually based after a Porsche race car called Moby Dick that raced back in the 1970s in Le Mans and such. And it's just, and the two cars share one distinctive feature, and that's kind of the, well, several of them actually, kind of the whale tail almost in the rear, and the lack of the Porsche's famous round headlights protruding from the hood. Rather, it's kind of it was also kind of the car this is based on was called the slant nose when this came out, because it was the only Porsche at the time that didn't have the headlights, and it had them incorporated into the front bumper. And some street legal versions actually had pop-up headlights. Yeah, just from driving this car, it drives really well, exceptionally easy, really easy to handle. Like, the problem I've always had with Porsches is that, or well, the 911 specific, is that it's really hard to drive just because of the rear engine layout. A lot of weight is on the rear, which can make the front seem kind of floaty at times, and it snap oversteers a lot. But it just feels planted. It just feels like absolutely, even with the rear engine and rear wheel drive, absolutely no wheel spin, no understeer, no oversteer, just such a planted, stable car. Another cool feature you guys might have seen, it has brake lights in the rear spoiler. I mean, in the wing, so that's pretty cool. And with all that, you're across the line in incredibly easy fashion. Just such a, like, this car is awesome to drive. Get back to our festival, and we won't be able to do that many builds with this car just because it's it's already kind of a race car, and it's already way up in S2 class. So why don't we start things off? We'll keep the stock engine here, keep it rear-wheel drive, just max out the engine and all that. Anti-light, because why not? Without even maxing out the stock engine, we are already S2 class. Really good launch for the rear-wheel drive. That was an exceptional launch. Look at how fast we took that corner. You go into a corner, think you're going way too fast for it, and then at the last minute, the car just turns in and like that, you're able to clear it. It's really, this thing's a monster. Not quite first place, but still, I'm honestly just as happy as if I would have gotten first place. This car is, like, insane. Like, it handles, it's really fast, insane acceleration. All this is rear-wheel drive. But I've been in love with this car so much. You guys, I kind of want to try building an S1 tune. You might have seen AR12 Mix video that he did recently on this car. Kind of an inspiration for my channel. He made an he was able to get this car in S1 class with some rally tires. But I was thinking, I wonder if all-wheel drive decreased. Okay, so our standard race tires. So if we put these on, that lowers our class, and then hey, maybe just some heavier rims. Still unbeatable difficulty. Still track toys. Yeah, we do. Not quite the launch of the last build. We are definitely down in horsepower than we were before, but we'll get out of the way. Yeah, definitely a bit understeer now, but not bad. Maybe a little bit too early on the brakes there. And really close to first, but still just second place. Yeah, definitely. Well, obviously didn't feel as impressive as the S1 class. Like, it definitely lost quite a bit of that handling that it once had, but it still felt quite solid. I will admit, it did feel quite boring to drive. It didn't feel as exciting as it did in other classes. So this thing definitely could be competitive, but I guess it's not very fun to drive with an S1 class. Now, let's go with our all-out tune now. X class with our racing V12. Keep our all-wheel drive, throw our turbos on there. Let's see what this thing can do next class. They're across the line. Third place, still pretty good, but yeah, definitely a lot easier to drive than the Huracan STO was in. X-Class. But anyway, why don't we, for a final build of the day, why don't we try making a rear-wheel drive drift car? Because I always want to try drifting a rear-engine car, because I think those cars, it just gives you a lot of confidence that you wouldn't normally have with any other car. Yeah. As much as I like the wing, I think it'd be cool if it would have been a way to remove it, just because I would have loved to see like kind of the rear sloping deck without the wing. This would look really cool like that. Though granted, it looks cool with the wing, but also without the wing, it would have looked cool. And there's our goal of 750,000 points. I mean, 950,000 points. And almost 1,000,000 points. But yeah, that is our, it's funny, now it actually understeers because of there's no, but that, yeah, so it's quite a good drift car. Well, okay, it's not the best drift car in the world, but it's decent enough at it. That it's impressive for being a rear engine track car that can drift. So next week, we're going to be checking out our Audi RS6 Avant, a car we've all been waiting for ages to come to the game. V8 all-wheel drive wagon, looks super cool. We'll check that out next week. But I guess for today, this has been the Porsche 935 race car. Just possibly one of my favorite cars they've ever added that's in Horizon 5. I could see myself driving this thing a lot in the future. That's such a mental car to drive. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week with our RS6 Avant. Goodbye.